Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. From the onset, I want to say that the President's speech was very underwhelming. It should have been short and sweet and inspirational. I think, Speaker, it is very unfortunate, and the drafters of President should avoid repetitive in some of these issues. One of the issues that the President did cut on was on COVID pandemic 2019. We agree it is becoming serious. Many people are dying. And I think as a country, we must build a consensus on how we can move forward to ensure that it does not continue ravaging. Madam Speaker, my concern is on the 6 billion universal health cover. There is nothing to smile about, as Morgan Heritage said in his song, Reggae. Even in Nyeri County, the universal health care has come to an end. So I'm wondering, when you talk about universal health care, when Nyeri, mothers, adults have walked to hospitals in Nyeri County, Madam Speaker, and they can't get service. Yet the President was telling the country that universal health care will resolve these issues under Article 43. Madam Speaker, even in this 60 billion, up to now, medical doctors are dying and frontline workers up to today, yet a risk allowance has never been paid to them, Madam Speaker. We would have expected the President to be able to tell the country where is the promise of risk allowance payment to frontline workers, especially the nurses and doctors who are dying daily because of COVID pandemic. Madam Speaker, the President talked about 250,000 desks. He talked about the school calendar. I thought that is the business of CS in charge of education. Those are things that we didn't expect the President to discuss in the State of the Nation address. The President did not highlight on the issue of public debt of what 7.1 trillion. We need to have a structured on how, because the country is technically insolvent. And we did vote in this House. I was among the senators who refused to increase the ceiling. That is very dangerous because the country is technically insolvent as we move. On the issue of corruption, we remember the bliss, the media headlines that was peed all over. But even up to today, the President gave an order of 21 days on the COVID haste. Up to now, no one has been arrested. Yet mask PPEs that should have been critical at this time in moment, Madam Speaker, should have been used at this time in moment to assist in the fight against COVID, Madam Speaker. So on the issue of corruption, I think the President has failed. You can give 21 days. He has post powers. We have now Director of Political Persecution in the name of DPP. He has failed. He's busy sharing in social media and national newspapers. So now he's fighting corruption. But we only have conviction of petty corruption offenses of 5,000 briberies, yet billionaires of COVID are still working scot-free. Number 4, Madam Speaker, on the Big Four agenda, I think that's a scam. Young people normally call it a scam. Up to today, there is no proper way on how housing has been achieved and many others. On land reforms, Madam Speaker, from areas where we come, we would have expected that historical land injustices must be addressed so that we can move forward as a country, but it was not captured. And then, Madam Speaker, on the issue of extrajudicial killings, because he said the state of Homeland Security is doing very well, they keep the police and trigger-happy officers continue to kill most Kenyans through extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearance. Madam Speaker, I will end my comments on the issue of BBI. The President did say we continue to allow recommendations from all sector and stakeholders. It has to be noted that the constitutional reform process, Madam Speaker, belongs to 47.5 million Kenyans. I want to ask the President, I have seen the ODM leader, who is one of the chief proponents of BBI, saying they are starting to collect 1 million signatures from this Thursday. It will be embarrassing for our President to launch a drive where he's more divisive to the country than any other. Let us allow a conversation where recommendations will be made. If they do not allow recommendation, Madam Speaker, I can assure you, from all sector reforms, pastoralists, guarantee minimum returns, and youth, women, I can tell you they are setting BBI for falling. And I would have expected the President, the other day he said, let us have a conversation, let us have recommendations. What is hard of having recommendations? Why are we being forced? This is not a medication. It is like it is prescriptive. So I want to request, Madam Speaker, that even as we discuss, and I hope, even if we do not allow recommendation, Madam Speaker, I want to beseech my colleagues, it means the amendment to strengthen the Senate will go through the window. If amendment is allowed to the BBI document, it will mean the Senate will be part of the process. If we allow the pastoralists guarantee minimum returns, Madam Speaker, we come from with you from a region where we rely only on agriculture business like maize, tea, coffee, and today we were discussing about chai moment. We wanted issues of tea to be discussed today because that is where guarantee minimum should be factored in the BBI process. Madam Speaker, I want to urge that the intention of collecting 1 million signatures to orchestrate a popular referendum should be stopped, and the issue of COVID pandemic that is ravaging the country should be addressed. I don't know what is the intention of this, Madam Speaker, of collecting signatures. How will you lead the dead? I thought we should be addressing the issue of COVID pandemic first, then the constitutional reform should follow. Unless being power hungry and clinging to power should be. Finally, Madam Speaker, my small advice to the President, he should respect the Constitution. He should refuse advices that they are telling him he's too young to retire. Let us respect the Constitution. After his 10 years in power, Kenyans have been given opportunity to serve. My brother Bishop, Senator Wambua, has his own principle. I have my own principle. People here will want to run for presidents in the future. Let us allow the process to continue so that we respect the Constitution. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator.